Hey there, it's Rusty Nelson, your college art professor, and I'm talking watercolor today. And I know I missed last week's episode, so this week's episode, we're picking up right where we left off. It's season 2, episode 19. So sorry about that. I had to be out of town for the week. It was not conducive to shooting a video or several videos, and I didn't bank enough of tutorials to get me through this week. So here at the university, it is finals week, and it's kind of crazy. It's starting to lighten up a little bit. I'm getting a little blurry eyed having to sit there and grade all the late assignments and the various assignments that were due for finals. So, but I've been wading through it and been making progress. I've got until next Wednesday to turn in grades, and so everything's going pretty smoothly on that end. So I'm trying to catch up, trying to do actually next week's talking watercolor today. This is actually Thursday of finals week. So the week is closing in, and it's going well. So hopefully I'll have a little more spare time on my hands that I'll be able to get my tutorials back up to speed. I know I've been all over the board with my tutorials. Well, I've been trying, again, following the type of topics and subjects that you would be getting in one of my college classes, the assignments, the exercises, the things you should know and things you should practice, both in watercolor and in drawing. So the end of the semester, I've been kind of all over the board with doing some things. And my recent rabbit holes have been some of those marker comps, which have been a lot of fun doing again. So I plan on doing some more of those, along with getting back into my figure drawing, doing more figures and tutorials and workflows that will help you grow your watercolor and your drawing skills. So yeah, that's kind of crazy in that the semester's already gone and I am now down to 1 year before I retire. So and if you're new to this channel, that's what I'm doing here. I'm putting together tutorials and things for people to pick up and start a creative journey, no matter where they're at, whether they're young, middle-aged, or getting old and retiring like me. It's something you can pick up and learn and do and occupy yourself. And that's the fun part about learning watercolor, learning how to draw, is that no matter where you're going to be starting, you're going to learn it. You can learn it. You can practice it to whatever degree you want to go down that rabbit hole, and really give yourself a lot of satisfaction in what you're doing with your time. So you're not just sitting around watching TV all the time, sitting in that recliner. It's going to be something that will get you up, get you out, whether you're working from photographic reference from Pinterest or stuff you've shot yourself, or you go out and you want to work plein air. This is the thing to do. It's going to give you a lot of really good quality time in your retirement years, or even if you're prepping, you're getting close to retirement and you're wanting to start to, unwind, doing something creative. This is the thing for you to do. And that's what I'm doing for this channel, showing you all the things that I normally show my 20-year-olds up at the university when they're coming into the program. And a lot of the kids in the program don't have a lot of extensive art experience. So we do have to start them off at the ground level, working with some of the fundamentals and the basic things. So, and that's really how I started out my channel. One of my very first few videos were all about just really making marks and drawing and learning perspective. So as soon as you get some of those fundamental things under your belt, it's just really a matter of practicing and keeping those skills growing and learning how to use them in more and more complicated and complex manners. So that's the big trick. That's the big secret. I think my first video was called 10,000 Easy Steps to Learn How to Draw and Paint, and that's about right. So there's a lot of different moving parts that you have to learn and know, and there's always new things you're learning and developing as you progress through your creative journey. So grab those brushes and your pencils and your markers, and let's get started on doing some of these things. in this coming year. I've got summer to kind of kick back and kind of get reoriented and get ready for my last year of teaching formally at the university. So as soon as I'm done teaching there, I'm going to be informally doing all of the things for YouTube and hoping to grow my YouTube channel and to reach as many people as I can. So if you like what I'm doing, definitely mention it to friends and people you might know who you think would be willing and interested, have the right mindset to get started on doing something creative. So the big trick is not to be too self-critical on this. I mean, you do have to have a level of self-critique and an ability to be honest with yourself about what you're doing, but don't bag on yourself to the point that you don't want to do it, because it really is something that you have to reach in within yourself to find that the things that you enjoy doing, the rabbit holes you want to go down and pursue in a deep manner, or maybe you want to create a broad range of things. You like a lot of different media, or you want that one thing, you want to go down that deep dark rabbit hole. So that's kind of where we're at this year. It's about halfway into the year already. It's early May right now. So, and I know I've been promising to get that was my goal for the new year, was to do some things that I can figure out how to monetize and do things that might make a little more money for the channel this year. So I've got two really good basic plans. If you've been watching these talking watercolors, you know that I'm looking at developing some sort of a self-paced syllabus for everybody to use, both on the drawing and on the watercolor, and maybe a combo syllabus, so 3 different syllabi that you can download for a nominal price. Or I'm also going to be doing, and I've been experimenting and learning a lot about my new setup here with the hardware I just got in the last month or so, and the new software I've been using, the new editing software, the new shooting, the streaming software, and all that I've been learning a lot of new things on. Pretty cool stuff. And I'm going to be doing that 4-member live stream real soon. So as soon as summer hits and I can kind of turn in my final grades for the students, I'm ready to focus in on that in the next couple of weeks and get those things up and running. And I think that's kind of exciting. I'm looking forward to be able to maybe doing that live stream and chatting with the paid members that come in, and we can have a little discussion. Initially, it's going to be just probably a chat room, a chat board on the live stream that I can see anybody making some posts, and I can see those and I can kind of address them within the live stream. But someday, if I can stay above the technological advancements going on, I hope to be able to maybe do some Zoom streams if anybody would be interested in being on camera with me, being on the show. So that sounds like fun too. So ultimately, yeah, I got a lot of plans for when I get retired. I'm wanting to definitely get out and do some plein air stuff, go looking for those scenes at whatever time of day that might be appropriate, or whatever type of weather that might be popping up that would be pretty cool in a scene. So that looks like fun. I've got a lot of ideas for that, and maybe even doing some in-person class demos with a class, maybe 2 or 3 or 4 students, and you can see what they're working on and how I can interact with them, and you can kind of maybe root for whoever's in the episode to see how their piece turns out. So yeah, I think there's a lot of potential, a lot of things that I'm looking forward to getting started with on this. So anyway, yeah, I'm pretty toasted right now. I've been grading all morning so far, and my eyes are blurry, and it's a wonder I'm even talking coherently right now. So I think I'm going to have a lot of editing to do in this little talking watercolor today. So I really, I do have a ton of comments out on my YouTube channel right now I need to get out and respond to. I've had a lot of people that have been going over to my website and downloading the Loomis and the Bridgman PDFs that I got from archive.org. So they're free. and people are giving me your emails. Just remember, you're not required to give me your email to download the stuff. You can bypass that if you want, but I do appreciate you giving me your emails. I'll definitely be dropping when I get my live stream set up and ready to go. I'll be dropping everybody who has given me an email. I'll be dropping a mass email to you guys and letting you know when the streaming is going to start, and direct everybody over to my Patreon channel for a membership if you want to participate that way. So then I'm thinking maybe a week, 2 weeks after each one of the live streams, I will be posting the live stream to YouTube for as free content as well. I'm still deciding whether it's going to replace this current Talking Watercolor vlog, podcast, whatever this is, or if it's going to be its own entity, the live stream entity. So I haven't decided that yet. A lot of decisions yet. I don't know. I'm trying. I'm making this crap up as I go. So we'll see. I'm trying to watch as many YouTube channel tips and things to do to survive on YouTube. So I do feel really good about where I'm at growth wise. It's been going. It's been nice and constant. I need to hit another big breakout video sometimes. So I'm hoping maybe as I can concentrate on that this summer, that might happen. So I'm going to be doing probably some real short. I'm going to have to bounce out of town again in a week or so. Probably not as long as I was just last week, but I'm going to try to do some real quick, down and dirty watercolor and drawing demos that will get me over that hump, and then I can really set back down and focus in on some of those long format. Actually, I'm getting really good comments, except maybe for a couple younger people who get bored with the long format, the slow TV long format tutorials that I've been doing. For the life of me, I can't seem to get anything done in much less than an hour. It's normally right at an hour or just under. So my down and dirties, they're just going to be more real quick little lessons on some of the techniques and things, and it won't be a full-blown step-by-step tutorial towards getting the piece finished. So yeah, my face took just over an hour. I think I got it cut just under an hour, and some of my landscapes there. I mean, they're starting to look pretty good, getting them done within an hour. So that's what I've been working with and trying to develop better, faster skills to get these scenes and faces and everything done in an amount of time that you're willing to watch. I think the sweet spot's at around 35 minutes, 40 minutes. Hours pushing it, definitely an hour and a half, I think. I don't see a lot of performance with my videos that way. So, and I am just rambling now. So I think I'm closing in on 14 minutes, and by the time I close, it should be right around 15. So I am feeling pretty toasty right now. So anyway, hey, if you got any value out of today's little watercolor talk, give me a like and a subscribe. Head over to my Patreon channel if you think what I'm doing for everybody on the channel, providing free tutorials and lessons on drawing and watercolor, is worth your monetary support. Give me a $5 a month monthly membership. I do truly appreciate it. It's going to help out keeping this channel going. And definitely head over into the video descriptions for all that. I've got downloads. I've got affiliate links in there for the supplies and the brushes and watercolors and everything I use typically in my studio. So head over there. You can find those links and have fun doing it. So get yourself some watercolors, get yourself some drawing supplies, get some paper, and you're going to have a blast. So, hey, I do hope you got some value out of this, and I'll see you in the next Talking Watercolor.